it off. Say, hey everyone, welcome to our hub training. You're right, Han. It's all good. I was late rushing in to get in here as well because I was driving and got stuck in traffic, and I wanted to go over my notes and stuff before we did this. But I might just open it up before we get started to see if anyone has any questions. If you had any questions, Joe or Alex or Shannon, on specific things that you might have wanted me to talk about today, just in case there's something that you might need a little bit of help with in a certain area or anything like that.
No, not really.
Pretty good. Just get into some training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yet. I just need to jump back into it. So I'm just taking it all in now, getting back started.
Yeah, no worries. And if, like, the whole idea of today, like, you can unmute yourselves. The whole idea is to, like, interact, you know, like when I talk, make comments on where you might have had a hiccup there or what you don't understand about that sentence, you know, like it's not like Wednesday nights where you just listen, like it's like a meeting, you know. I want you guys to say, what exactly does that mean when you say that? Because I get off webinar Wednesday, talk to people about something and they go, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, how come you've never asked? They're like, because I don't feel comfortable asking. So just ask, you know, if you've got any questions. That's the whole point of the hubs, to keep them personal and a few of us so that you feel confident to ask your questions. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today was like how to get into activity and how to get people into your business and how to ask people into your business and how to ask people to have parties and all things like that for you. Kind of just back to basics a little bit to grow your business, because I know last night on our leadership training Cass did, she said a few things on there that really resonated with me, and I realised that this applies to all of us at any level, whether you're a consultant, district, area, region or nation. This is still like the fundamentals of the business. And I was talking with a lady today and she's just signed into the business last week, and she was saying, I still don't understand how the business works exactly. And I was like, you just make district managers. That's how this entire business works. So if I run into someone and they say, I met a lady at Bunnings the other day, for example, and I could see that she was sort of initiating eye contact with me. Hey, Roxanne. And hi. And that she wanted to sort of chat. So I quickly put my phone in my bag and made sure that I was very free. And I kept making eye contact until when she got close enough that she could hear me, I was like, your little girl's so cute. How old is she? And started that conversation and started talking. And she said, and then I said, what do you do? And she's told me, and then she said in return, like they always do, and what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International. Have you heard of Arbonne before? And she said, no. And I said, that's great. It's a nutrition, like they've got a new nutrition line. It's like health and wellness and skincare, beautiful makeup and things like that. And basically me using them, and I just show other people how they can make an income alongside what they're doing by using them as well. And she goes, oh, and how do you do that? Is it like a party plan thing? And I said, well, sort of. Some people do the party plan thing if they want a big business, but basically we buy all these products anyway. So I just redirect them to my own shop and show other people how to do the same. So I just have a big network of people that shop from their own stores, which are all linked to my store. And then they show other people and we make an income off that. You know, some people are here for a few $100s a week, so they don't do the party plan thing much. They just sort of recommend the product to people. Other people fully do the party plan thing, and we do business nights and all different things to really grow our networks huge. So it's like, you know, you want to keep it super simple, but you want to let them know from the beginning that you're a business person. Do you know what I mean? Like you sort of, and try to avoid words like wishy-washy words like just and maybe and I'm just an Arbonne consultant. Have you heard of Arbonne? Like, you know, you've got to have that confidence. Like, I'm an Arbonne consultant. I help people make an income alongside what they're already doing. You know what I'm like? Be very confident in that when you're talking to people. And, you know, if they say to you, and you're going well with it, so like whereabouts are you at in the business now? I remember hearing down at AAC, he said, Chris said, if you're so passionate about where you're going, people won't ask you where you are now. And it's so true. So, you know, when people say to you, and how are you going in your business? You know, are you doing really well? Say, I've not long been in it. If you're at a consultant level, you know, I've started, but I'm growing in the business. I can feel it growing and I love it. And I know that soon I'm going to be at these levels. You know, very soon I'm going to be at a regional vice president level in the next couple of years or whatever it is that you see yourself at. where we make quite a hefty income and there's beautiful cars and things like that, and I'm very passionate and committed to getting there. You know, words like committed and that is what people want to hear. You need to be like a vision painter when you bring people into this business. If they can sense in you in any way, shape or form that you don't know if this business really works, you're just kind of having a whack at it, there is no way in hell they're going to follow you. They're just not. They're just going to wait and see how your whack goes. If you're like committed to it and you know you're going to make it in it, they'll be like, when they walk away, they'll feel like they're walking away from something if they leave. And I've actually had my cousin say to me before, I think I need to have a go at this because you're making me feel like I might really regret it if I don't. And I was just generally talking to her about the business and how it was going for me and how much I loved it. I wasn't even trying to recruit her. So it's just a thing I have about me whenever I talk about Arbonne. I generally think it is the business model of the 21st century and everyone is crazy if they don't have a go. Like, the time's going to pass anyway. Why not build a massive network while it's passing so that by the time we're 50 and in retirement, we've got a massive network of a residual product to live on. It's just like duh to me. So when I talk to people, that just comes across naturally. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's from obviously lots of trainings and lots of experiences, and it grows your belief. That doesn't happen overnight, but that's kind of the key to this business when you speak to people. When you ask people to be involved in your business, like to have presentations for you or tote drops, the key to that is to keep it so simple. If you ask someone to have a party for you and you ask in a way of, hey, I need you to do a huge favor. I know it's going to be a pain, but if you just got some girls over and let me come over and just did their makeup and showed them our products are beautiful. They're vegan and they're gluten-free and, you know, they're on the PETA list and all of this sort of stuff. They're going to be like, this looks like a massive job. And she's trying to sell me the product and asking me to have a party. So she's going to expect me to buy. I don't have much money at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to buy. I don't know. And she's probably going to put pressure on my friends to buy. No go, you know, and that you're going to really struggle to get a party. You know, when someone's sitting on your jacket at a restaurant and you're like, excuse me, can you just hop off my jacket? That's the kind of tone that you want to adapt when you're asking someone to host a party for you or take a tote drop or recommend a tote drop. That you just expect them to get off your jacket, right? Like when you ask someone that, you're asking in a way of, it's so simple, just get off my jacket, like, and let me have it. You need to kind of ask in the same way when you're asking for a party. So I say, hey, I was wondering if you could do a little favor for me. I'm just booking some pamper sessions, trying to grow my business here in Brisbane since I've moved back down here. And I was hoping you might have one. They're super fun. They only go for an hour. Just get a couple of your girlfriends over, completely obligation free. I just need to see some new faces and get back into the swing of things again and have a champagne in a girly afternoon. No pressure. You don't have to say yes. I just thought there was no harm in asking. I'd really appreciate it if you were keen. See how that just sounds like, oh, yeah, that sounds easy. You know, like I don't go into any detail about the product. I don't go into any detail about costs. I often have people write back. Just yesterday I asked a friend of mine and she wrote back, yeah, it sounds really good. How much is it to do that? And I was like, oh no, your presentation's free. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, cool, definitely. Like she assumed, she said yes and then was going to pay me for me to come there and do it. So like it's all in the delivery, you know. Don't make it sound like their friends are going to come and face a jury of people saying that they don't take care of their skin if they don't buy Arbonne, because that's kind of what you've been to parties before where they make you feel like that, right? You know, that they really badger you, and that's what that might be an experience for them. So you need to shift this to making it a super simple thing with no expectations. Same with coming to discover Arbonnes and things like that. I always say to my friends, I've said to my last friend, I just really don't want to go on my own. Will you be my date? Don't expect anything. Like I'm not trying to get you to sign up or anything. I just really don't want to go on my own. But I just really wanted her to just hear the opportunity because I hadn't had the chance to say it to her because she would never let me speak about it. So I dragged her butt into a DA in the most easy, casual way that I could. There's so many, and, you know, I've tricked a friend into coming to a DA and just said, well, just come in and have a champagne. There's Arbonne girls there, but it's not like going to be this big Arbonne thing. Just come in and meet some of us and have a wine and save me going on my own. And she was like, it's not like a presentation thing, is it? And I was like, no, it's not like that. And we got in there and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was going to present. So you know, I mean, I probably shouldn't have just said that in a recorded training, but it's, you really have to get creative in this business. And she has joined the business. So I did that too. So it is insane where that can go, because some people are just so closed-minded and they need to see something like that to understand the power of this business and how many people are doing it and how many people of a certain caliber are doing it. You know what I mean? Like, to see it presented in a way that looks like this is a business that could actually take you somewhere. We have to remember a lot that the thing with Arbonne and network marketing companies is anyone can do it, and we do not know their previous history with network marketing. And a lot of people in the past have done it wrong, which is where we're trying to reshift it in a professional way as a business of the future, and something that you can actually generate a lot of money from and a good lifestyle. So, we've sort of got to flip it around sometimes and do it like that. Yeah, well, host one, honey. Get together and put one together. The sky's the limit with that. You girls can jump together and do that. The first DA I ever went to, I was about a year and a half into the business, and I had hosted them all by myself until then, because no one was up in Mackay. So don't wait for people. If you want to move your business, just, right, let's get a venue, let's get it happening, let's get it booked. I remember doing my house. I spent a whole day tidying my house. I went and bought flowers around and and like, my husband was an apprentice and I had just gone district. So flowers was like expensive, I was like, I can't really afford these bunches of flowers, but it'll make it look so pretty. Did a big product display and no one come. The people who said they were going to come didn't come. I think you were one of them, Shannon, my love. That got busy. But, it happens in this business. And I just sat there and I was like, oh man, but next week I did the same thing and I just continued to do it. Did you ever notice when you come over, I always had little flowers everywhere? No? Oh. See, and they didn't even notice. But anyway, moving on. But does that all make sense? Like, I just thought we'd go back to basics a little bit with this part, because understanding this part and how to network and how to speak to people is what this business is all about. It's got nothing to do with sales. The products are amazing. They sell themselves. It's about learning to be a people person and learning to know how to approach people. There's a great saying that says you'll make more friends in a week of being generally interested in people than in 10 years of trying to get them interested in you. So, always be interested in how Arbonne can help them and come from that angle instead of thinking how you need them in your business. You know what I mean? And relate it back to them and things like that. I met this lady the other day and she was the most annoying lady I've ever met in my whole entire life. She asked me what I did and I was like, I sell lipstick. Blow that off. I'm not telling you about this at all because I don't want to have to deal with you every day. But she just was listening to talk. I could tell. She was just waiting for me to stop talking so she could talk. She wasn't interested in what I was talking about. She just wanted her chance to talk. And I find that a lot in this business. We come across people a lot. I know I love to talk and I've had to train myself to not finish people's sentences. When you see someone and they're sort of struggling to tell you their story, so you just finish their sentence because you're like in a hurry and you want to get it moving. Like, don't do that. Let them talk and let them finish their sentence and actually listen to them and listen to people. They'll get a whole new respect for you on a whole new level. It's insane where that takes relationships. It's just giving, teachers and friends and mums the time of day at school. I always take Andy to school 15 minutes early in the morning and I get there 15 minutes early in the afternoon. No phone, and I just stand there on my own to talk to people and build rapport with every parent there that I know. And the more I listen to them, I know a lot of their stories and things like that. And then, they ask me what I do and they respect me for who I am because I see I'm this nice person that generally gives a crap about people. Do you know what I mean? And letting them talk. These things are the keys to this business, is you notice in our NVPs when you see them and our ENVPs, they are generally really lovely people. aren't they? Like, they generally care about you. They want to know about you. When you talk to them on the phone, they just let you talk, and they're interested to help you strategize to the next level. And it comes from a genuine place. So this is not written in any of my notes. And I've just been reading an amazing book called How to Make Friends and Influence People. Have any of you heard of that book? It's brilliant. It just teaches you people skills and how to talk to people. And I had a friend over at my house not that long ago, and I've been trying to sign her into Arbonne for the last 2 years. I've dragged her to so many DAs and car presentations, and I dragged her down to Ballina for Amy Watson's car presentation, and she was just never interested. She came over for dinner the other night, and I didn't mention Arbonne once, and she said to me, "So I think I really want to join Arbonne." And I was like, "Where did that come from?" And I said, where did that come from? Why is it that you want to do that? And she said, "I just love how you sound now. You just sound so much more motivated and positive and inspired. And I just sound depressed, and I'm over it, and I need a change in my life, and I want to start to sound like you do." So sometimes people, it's amazing, people will see the change in you when you do your personal development and you grow as a person, and you start to, really let them speak in conversations. For me, that was a big one. So I say that a lot because I'm such a talker. I don't know if you have noticed that. And I used to I remember talking and thinking, "Oh, they stopped. Oh no, they're still going. I really want to say this. Come on, stop talking." You know what I mean? Instead of just listening. Anyway, keeping on moving on. I wanted to touch on being prepared as well. So, we go to all this effort to book parties, right? Like, we'll message our entire Facebook list, which takes a whole day, and we'll put together the most perfect message ever to get parties. And out of 50 people, we might get one party, right? That'd be about, and we're like, And then we go to do that party, and we're kind of feeling a little bit deflated from that. So we rock up to do the party, and we probably could have been a bit more prepared for this party than what we were when we rocked up to do it. And, little things like I might have forgot hairbands, or I might have forgot mirrors, or I might have forgot the right forms that I need to have for everyone to fill out. And you go through the presentation and realize you're not really sure what you're supposed to talk about on that slide, so I'll just skip past it. I'm just talking like to my old self here, because this is what I remember doing. And we go to this party and we give it like a 70% effort instead of 100, like I said, skipping slides and things like that, because we don't feel confident talking about the business and all that. Whereas if we had really prepared for the party and watched the slide over and over again and really read the script and read up on the business and new network marketing, you go do your affirmations before the party. I've never been an affirmations person ever. I can't stress that enough. I grew up in a country town. People who talk to themselves are weird. So it just wasn't something that I thought was a normal thing to do. I do them all the time now because they make me feel amazing, especially before a party. Whenever I'm driving to do a party or a Discover Arbonne or even a tote drop, I have the most loudest, funky music playing, my phone on silent because I'm not taking phone calls now. I'm getting in the zone, and I'm like talking to myself. I introduce myself to people in the car. "Hi, I'm Denny Leitsk, and I'm an Executive National Vice President." Yeah. And just like get in the zone, and I have the music bumping, and I imagine myself like, the lifestyle that I've got living and what's happening. And I imagine all you guys with me in Maui, and I just imagine this massive team and everything that I'm doing this party for, so that at no point do I get stuck focusing on the obligation instead of the opportunity. I'm always thinking about where this is going to take me. So when I go in to do that party, I'm like pumping and I'm radiating, positivity and excitement, and confidence, that I never do a party without at the end when I say, if anyone's interested in making an income alongside what you're doing, this business has been amazing for me. I have a little curiosity pack here that I'd love to give you. Just let me know. Just say, "Hey, I'm curious. I wouldn't mind having a look at that pack, and I'll show you about it and tell you about it." I never do a party without handing out one of them packs, ever. I always have someone there that says, "Can I have a look at that pack? So how'd you get into this?" And that's just because of the energy I have when I present. I swear sometimes when people present, like I remember when I spoke to Stacey in the beginning of this business, I can hardly even remember what she said to me. on the phone, but I just remember her energy and her excitement, and that's what I wanted to join. I wanted a piece of that in my life. You know, I wanted, so be that for someone else. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. Does anyone have any questions on all of that? I've just rattled off with. Went from one dot point to another dot point. Shannon, honey, I might just hand the reins over to Shannon because she had a few things that she wanted to share with you lovely ladies as well that's really helped her out in the business. So I might hand over to you, love.
Yeah. Hi, girls.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, so I really just wanted to make sure that you all know that I'm here for you all, and whatever you girls need, to make sure that you message me and let me know or give me a call. And two, like, everyone just needs to remember that even at your lowest point in this business, not giving up is the biggest key, and it has been for me. I've gone through some really rough patches, and we all do in our businesses, but keeping going and getting through those is so much more worth it than just quitting or deciding to pack up and quit the business altogether or not do it, but really sticking to it. And just, they always say that an MVP is just a consultant who never gave up. So that's something that always sticks with me when I hear it, and a lot of MVPs will say it in their trainings and things all the time, because they've gone through the rough patches and they have come to the other side and grown even bigger from that. So that as well. And just getting into activity, like, I know it can be so hard sometimes, and I've got things going on and stuff that I struggle with as well, but just getting into activity and getting back out there makes you feel good about the business, not just when you have all that time where you're thinking, oh, I need to do something, or I need to get into activity, or you're getting people saying no and stuff like that. Actually then getting back into activity makes you feel so good about the business again, that everything, all the bad stuff has just been washed from your mind, and you don't even think of that anymore because you felt really good after coming back from a party. So just those sort of things, and always asking for help when you need it. There's nothing worse than, like, I remember not asking Danny for help when I needed it, and I didn't get anywhere quickly at all because I was just sitting at home going, okay, what do I do? And Danny didn't know I needed help, so she couldn't have helped me. So help when you need it is so, so important, because otherwise you'll just sit where you are and not move forward. So that's my tips from my experience. Is there anything else, Danny?
No, you're right, honey. That's awesome. I love that an MVP is just a consultant that didn't give up. And I just can't stress enough, and I just have to say to you guys that I have had so much quitting material in this business as well. You know, it wasn't something where I just woke up one day and there was a Mercedes in the driveway. Like, I can guarantee you that I've heard thousands of more no's than you guys have yet. That's the only difference. You know, you really have to be willing to accept the no's, and I can guarantee you that 9 times out of 10, a no is just a not yet. The timing's just not right yet. 90% of my entire organisation said no first. And then, get to, a bit of a practical tip that you guys can do as soon as we get off the call, if you're free this afternoon, is write out your list. Have your yes column, your maybe column, and your no column. And your job as an Arbonne consultant, all it is to get everyone out of the maybe. If they're in the no, that's a big fat tick, because you've done your job, you've offered them the business, you've offered them a tote, you've offered them a party or something. A great tip on offering a tote is just, hey, I would really love it if you would trial this product. I'd love to get your opinion on it. It's obligation free, but I just want to see how it sits on different skin tones and things like that, so that I can be a bit more confident in my tote drops, because I would like to practice on you, sort of thing. Keep it so simple and take the pressure off people when you do it. But joining things, there's this awesome app. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Meetup, MEET. Have you heard of that? Meetup app? And you can type in all sorts of stuff, that you would like to do, and things that you might have interest in, like there's hiking and swimming or whatever. There's kids stuff. There's riding clubs, horse clubs, all sorts. Like the sky's the limit. And find someone else of what you're interested in, craft clubs for the kids, all things like that you can do, and jump on and engage yourself in. And what a great way to meet people. Just that's all our job is to meet people. That's it, meet up. Yeah, it's red. It's a red up. But I can't stress enough that that's the whole fundamentals of our entire business, is just that. We sort of get hung up on the rest and trying to make it happen really fast and trying to move on. But I'm always making new friends and meeting new people and adding them to the list. And 90% of my team I didn't know before Arbonne. I met them along the way. And, I would be lying if I didn't say that there was people that I probably would have been great in this business. Well, they come in later. That's it. See it there? Because I stuffed up the business appointment because I was learning, and I remember walking out going, why did you say that? That was such a stupid sentence. But guess what? I never said it again at the next business appointment. Like, don't be afraid to fail, because you'll learn from it. With every failure is a massive seed of success and progress. When the next time you do it, you'll have less anxiety. You'll know what not to do. So, just put yourself out there, learn from it. You'll grow with it, and don't ever lose the opportunity that comes with this. And remember that that's why you're doing it, not the obligation. Remember what you want from this business. It starts with passion. Like, I've fully had to rewrite my why, because I've got my husband home now and I'm home now. So I kind of not stopped working my business, but I stopped working it with as much passion because I'd achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I sort of started to rest on that a little bit. And then I realized how many women out there would love to have the lifestyle I have now, would love to bring their husbands home, and would love to not have to go to work themselves and still be bringing in a really nice check. So my new why and new passion is to get out there and share this with people so that they can have the same lifestyle that I get to have. Travel to conferences and catch up with awesome chicks, and you know what I mean? Like, travel for AIT trips and things like that. Always know, and I can't stress this enough, that you are enough to be an ENVP right now. You are. The ENVPs are of all different types of people from all different backgrounds, and it's not about, I'm such a believer that when you're born, how do I word it? Remember that saying I said, Shannon? I can't remember how exactly it goes now, but basically when you're born, there's not a midwife there putting you into baskets of this person's going to be great, this person's going to be average, this person's going to be okay, that person may have potential. Like, we're all born the same. We all have the same playing field. And if you just stick at something and be committed to it, if you really want this, it will work for you, I promise. And we're here for you 110% if you ever need us, to give us a bell and we'll help you. I love getting phone calls from people saying, Denny, I'm at my wit's end. I can't stand this anymore. I really, really, really want some momentum and I want this business working. Will you help me? I'm like, oh, hell yes, I will help you. Okay, what's happening? Tell me what's going on. Tell me where you feel like you're struggling and let's get this happening. I can guarantee you in a couple of weeks we'll see a shift and start to see it move forward. So, and Shannon, you guys have an amazing leader. Like, my sponsor, all she did was sponsor me. So I didn't have that relationship with someone when I first come into the business. And you guys with your leaders are so, so fortunate to have that. So take advantage of your leadership because it's amazing. And I would have loved to have leaders like that when I first come in. My biggest tip to you guys of what to do now to take from this call is to really learn to be coachable. This is such a business that the biggest asset you can have is to be coachable. Just follow the system. That's basically it. Declare your goals and what you want to achieve. Have them written around. It's kind of like I have mine written on my bathroom mirror, written on my wall in my bedroom. There are my screensaver on my phone, what I want to achieve, so that I don't miss opportunities for it. It's kind of like, have you guys noticed more Mercedes-Benz on the road since you've joined Arbonne? You just see them now. Oh, there's another one. Because your mind's kind of switched onto it. It's the same when you write down your goals. You don't miss the opportunities pass you by because you didn't start your day thinking of that. Does that make sense? Like, you're looking for it now and you'll notice it more and more. You'll notice, oh, I'll just put my phone in my pocket because this lady might want to have a conversation. you start having a conversation, next thing you know, you got a tote drop booked in. Like that's how, every time you leave your house in the morning, think like today's another possibility, it's another opportunity. Your shop is like a cloud hovering above your head. You're walking out with a shop of over 400 products. You literally have something for everyone, from the baby to the casket to really, really old, to nutrition, to the serious sports person, to the person who's just trying to lose weight. You know, literally to the person who's struggling with acne. We have something for everybody in our own store. And just instead of them buying it from downtown, let's just help them redirect to our store or to create their own store if they're looking to create an income alongside what they're doing as well. That's all it is. Keep it super, super simple. Yeah. Does that make sense? Is that good? Are you sure you guys don't have any questions for me? Oh, hang on. There's things in the chat box here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've already read that. I just feel like I just talked and talked. But all right, well, I might love yous and leave yous then if yous don't have any questions at all. But yeah, just put yourself out there. That's my biggest tip. Get your list out. If your list is depressing you, you know, I remember times looking at my list thinking, if I ask that person one more time, they're never going to speak to me again. So don't keep badgering that same list. That's time to go and join a group. Go join a yoga group, a Pilates group, whatever. You know, join a pony club and learn to ride a horse. Whatever it is, go find something. There is stuff everywhere. There's heated pool swimming lessons in winter. Go take your kids to that. You know what I mean? Like the opportunities are endless, especially as mums. Oh my gosh, the opportunities are endless to meet people all the time, everywhere. So yeah, really utilize that. But all right, I might into it. I'm so excited to see you, Alex, too, honey. Yeah, it's nice to see all of your faces on here. So
good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And I've been a bit the same. I'd be lying, you know. I'm human too. I go through times in my business where this week's harder than the last week, and I've had shocking morning sickness, been sick. I was up at the hospital on Monday night from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning with my son. So, you know, there's definitely, I hear is when people say to me, I haven't done anything this week because this, and this. I'm like, you don't need to explain that to me. That's the whole point of Arbonne, is that it's a business that works for you. So my biggest tip is to just always think about the opportunity, not the outcome. I mean, the opportunity, not the obligation, because that's what I got hung up on for a couple of months. I kept thinking about what I needed to book in and that I couldn't be bothered doing that right now, instead of the opportunity that was slipping out of my hands by not doing that. You know, and the opportunity that comes with this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's so cool. You know, the other day, just a little fun fact, my daughter got an award at school the other day, and out of her school's huge. There's like 5 prep classes, and they had a big assembly, and there was like 20 to 50 kids who got an award in each class. You know how they do that? And there was 4 mums there to watch the awards out of that many kids. And all the mums get told your child's getting an award at assembly. It's at 2:00 on a Thursday, so it's just, if you can, we would love to have you here. But it kind of just, my eyes watered, like watching Andy get her award, and she strutted that stage and she looked at me, and when she saw me, she really got this swing on, and she was just so proud of herself, and my eyes were watering up. I was so proud, and I just thought, I am just so glad I don't have to miss this stuff. So glad that I can be sitting here watching this, because this is the shit you live for, is this. You know, and so many, I don't know if you guys know Brisbane very well, but I'm in Sherwood, which is a really expensive suburb to live in. Like, my friend has a beautiful house here, and I said to her, she'd just moved up to the Northern Territory. I said, oh, I'm looking for a rental. How much do you want a week for this? And she's like, $1,400. Like, oh my gosh, so kind of give you an idea. So everyone at the school's driving Audis and BMWs and Mercedes and all of that, but they're all in before and after school care. The kids are there at school 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and their parents never see them get awards ever. They all have high-class jobs with lots of money, but absolutely no time. None.
Yeah.
And I talked to about 50% of the people who drop the kids off are nannies. It's not even their mums to drop them to school. and pick them up.
That's crazy.
And the nannies are talking to the teachers, asking them how they're going and where they need help, what they're going to do with their homework, because their parents probably won't be home to do it. I was just like, oh my gosh. It's
That's
just,
really sad.
it is. And I feel sad for the pressure on these mums that they have to do that, because they wouldn't enjoy doing that. I bet you every night they feel sad at what they're missing, but they have to do it to maintain the lifestyle that they've got themselves into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have something special. We really do. Let's, share it. And so many of the mums, when they say, what do you do? And I say Arbonne, and they go, oh, Arbonne. I'm like, I probably make more money than you and I don't miss anything. Don't roll your eyes at me. But sometimes we just have to, just keep building that rapport. And I can guarantee you at some point or another, they'll ask a bit more. It happens every time. It's just through persistence. There's an amazing quote. I'm going on forever. This is supposed to go for 20 minutes. We've been on for like 45. But like you look at the Grand Canyon. I'll finish on this because this is empowering. You look at the Grand Canyon, right? One of the 7 wonders of the world. Massive, beautiful. Do you know that all happened from a trickle of water over like 1 million years that just kept going through? That was a big, massive rock. That's the power of something little every single day. So just doing something little in your business, like you just look at the last 12 months and imagine if every day in the last 12 months you made a new friend and added them on Facebook, and they could see yourself presenting this business on Facebook, what that could have done to your business by now, the list you would have of contacts now, and having an insight into their life. That's all it is. It's not a big, massive thing that you have to do every day. It's just a little thing. Discipline yourself every day to doing something that's going to help your business so that in 4 years' time you can retire and you're done. Thanks for coming.
We put too much pressure on ourselves and everyone thinking about how fast they need to do it rather than just the simple part of the business.
Absolutely. Set a healthy goal. That's so true. And that's such a crucial point, Shannon. It's so, so true. Just because, and, I have to say that some people who progress so, so quick in this business might have already had a network of people that were really looking for this and super supportive and jumped on board. Not everyone has that when they start. When I started this business, not one of my friends would host a presentation for me. I had to go and make all new friends and find all new people to support me because none of my friends wanted a bar of it. They're all country.
My friends are only just starting to support me now.
Yeah, and that's how it works. But some people come into the business and all their friends are super duper supportive and they rock and they run at it really fast and they go and do their launch and all their friends join up. They love it so much. So everyone's different. It doesn't mean that person's a better consultant than you. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're still learning. If you have persistence, so much can happen. I love how Amanda Wilderbank said at AAC, your time will come. Be happy for people when it's their time. And it might not be your time right now, but if you're persistent, your time will come. And it does. It's so, so true. And that momentum will step into your business and you'll be like, woohoo! That's what happens. This is so awesome. Yeah. But yes, all right, ladies. I might love yous and leave yous. I've got phone calls. Mwah. It was so nice to see you. Let me take a quick photo. Hang on. Okay. Smile. Cool. Awesome stuff. Thanks heaps for jumping on. Where are
Thanks,
you?
Danny.
You're
Bye.
See you.
Thanks, girls.
Bye.
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 Bye.